live and direct. Go follow me at King Earner official page on Instagram. Make sure you follow Leak Moss at leakmoss_OBHGG. Click the link in his bio, get that concrete series. And shout out to Des from the U.S. Navy. Hey, listen, I appreciate your honorable super chat. We need more honorable guys like you. I wanted to speak on Takeoff today. I wanted to speak on Takeoff because it's needed. The reason why it's needed is because I don't think no one gets the understanding of making sure you're secure. If you ever been involved in a robbery before, you have understanding that the first thing a robber does is make sure everyone is secure. Check everybody. Oh, make sure, hey, back up. Hey. What's going on in our community these days is that everybody forgot about people actually robbing. So they're not secure. So you have understanding that the robber must be secure while he's robbing. But you also must understand that the robber is in more danger than you are. Why? I'm going to tell you why. Robbers have to look out for a lot of different things while they're robbing you. People that are around, the police, and they have to make sure nothing comes out in a matter where they are harmed or they miss their mark of what they're trying to get. At a young age, very young age, after I was arrested for robbery, I got an understanding that it's not a safe thing. But I'm thinking in these times, individuals are missing the fact that they aren't safe at all. When you hear people speaking of inflation, you have to understand that a lot of businesses took hits, just as well as a lot of businesses that got their honor, got their cash intact. Knowing everybody taking inflation, there's a lot of people who really suffered. There's a lot of businesses that people that spend money, they aren't able to spend the money to keep other businesses going. So when you see a Takeoff putting himself in a position where he's involving his mindset and the people around him in a street-like mentality, there has to be some sort of security. That security has to be 100 times in front of the robber's thoughts. That security has to be robbery proof. And it's kind of hard in these days when you're an artist and you're flying different places and someone is offering you something that you usually get for a show, and that coin helps pay a bill or two. Because if you don't get these shows, you don't get no money. So it ain't like you're not coming. And most of the time, in these situations, the robber knows the individual. Let's talk griminess now. Let's talk about being shiesty. Let's talk about individuals not understanding the rules and laws and honor of the street. And we know it has nothing to do with anything good and positive coming out of that. So you gotta be on point. You shouldn't have your jewelry swinging out. I don't care who you are, man. And these times that is looked at as a lick. Believe it or not, there's someone who's in a bad position that's in poverty that has a home they want to buy to put their family in to get their family out of poverty. There's someone who is sitting back and taking their time out trying to figure out, damn, it's only one chain I gotta get. It's only one watch I gotta get. There's only one of these things that I have to get. And only take that long to do it, and by any means necessary, that chain is gonna pay for my son to eat or my daughter to go ahead and go to ballet class and pick up some type of career or trade that she doesn't ever have to pay for because I don't want her to go through that. And a lot of y'all don't understand the rules and laws and honor of the poverty. And some of y'all, especially the rappers, y'all come from poverty. So if you come from poverty, you got to get an understanding that people are starving right now. And people will do just about anything to get the buck. If you were a rap artist, if you were a person who gets a big role, then you understand that. But if you aren't a person who get that, or you don't care about that, then you will never have no understanding, because when you do get it, you don't know the value of it. You think it's just a piece that you can throw around and walk around with, when that very piece can help out on car notes, can help someone's daughter not need a man who she's been, dealing with, who's taking advantage of her. Her father can say, I can give my baby girl this. And this is the thoughts of the people who never, ever, ever done anything legal in their life and don't consider it. And for the ones who do get a taste of some type of legal thing, they begin to do what? Once the money come in, to let their guard down. So we have an understanding that you're robbing an individual who was in poverty just like you. So where should your heart and your strength be? Your heart and strength should have an understanding that if that person has it that away, I want to be able to get it that away also. I can go legal, I can go positive, I can do all these things. But at the end of the day, in the midst of that, it takes hard work and dedication. And that's what a robber is never, ever trying to do. Because guess what? 9 times out of 10, his father was a robber. 9 times out of 10, his mother was a robber. And although they could have changed their life, it's still stuck in that young man to go ahead and take what he got to go get. And we don't understand that we're taking. And I say we, because I'm here with y'all. We're in the jungle together. I don't care where you live in this world. You're living in a jungle, even if you're on the back blocks where no one knows you're at. You're in a jungle because when you go outside, you have to think about securing yourself. When I look at these guys and I say, damn, the amigos, I always thought of 3 amigos, even from the movie and the songs and things you've seen, characters. Sometimes that third person is needed. Sometimes when you move as a group, you have to stay strong as a group, on camera, entertaining or not entertaining. And that's what we're not getting out here. Everybody has some type of bicker that they go through about something that's very tiny, and it could involve a coin, or it could involve, oh, I think this person is jealous of me. When do we find a group of people who don't have that mindset and everyone is just like, I just want my brother to earn and I want to make sure that he's good no matter the disagreements that we have? It's still my brother. When you leave your brothers or your brother off to go in surrounding situations where death could be a part of the whole program. Because when you move like that with that, you should know that somebody would want to go for that. It's a house. It's 2-3 cars. It's a college degree. It's a little bit of everything, and you're having it on. And no matter how solid you come, even if you're coming to throw the dice and you like my honor is intact, I stood on sturdiness, there's someone who wants what you have. And guess what? Your goal is to protect it, to secure it, and secure everybody around you. You groups that go through these little childish bickering things, if you guys stick together, you won't have that problem. If you stop having these beefs about a chick or some type of money or some things that are just materialistic, or even if they are real life, like humanistic, like things that that you think belong to you, and you find out it doesn't, there's no need to get tenderhearted and caring about something wasn't going to last long. A woman, a dollar, Anything materialistic can never outweigh the honor of your brother. So I know Offset is somewhere hurting more than anybody. And whoever had a disagreement amongst each other, they're going to hurt more because now they never ever got a chance to say, I apologize, or let's put that behind us. Robber, you can be murdered the same way. You can get murdered. You can get the coin. You don't have to have the coin. And so someone you love wants what you have and takes you out. We have a recycling murder rate going on. And some of you guys aren't used to hearing or seeing murder. Me, I understand it. No one wants to see anyone die. But once you have an understanding, this is now our life. Death is a part of our lives, just like it's been. It's just coming forth and it's reaching its head. It's going to burst soon. And you could be the person that is dead. The only thing you can do is think about this video that King Ernest is giving you right now. Think about Quavo, Takeoff, and Offset having a little bickers and understanding they could have been strong together and say, you know what? I'm going to go to my home and I'm going to apologize. He ain't telling me he didn't do no pedophiling things to nobody in my family. He's not a pedophile. He's not a rapist. It's your brother. Love and honor your brother before the sheet is going over him. Sisters too. And you're not able to say, damn, that was nothing. We had no problem. We had no beef. We had a misunderstanding that could have got understood. Don't miss the opportunity to secure your brother once your brother gotta go to work and, show the show, and they might have just called on him, or they might have just called on Quavo one time, or they might have just called on Offset, but you're still there to support him because at the end of the day, that's your brother. And your goal is to protect and secure. So when bro feel like you want to shoot some dice, y'all situated on the side with no conversation. And you're not worried about the dice. You're worried about every face that's in this room. And if they move the wrong way, I'm going to have to take it off to make sure I protect my brother. Because in times like this, you can't go in the room with just that smile and your honor intact, thinking that you won't be bagged up and shipped out. Because guess what? You're food. And some of y'all are food to the people you work for. Because you got to accept that call. You got to go ahead and get that email. And they talking about they got a little bit more and they're going to give you a little bit more of this. And we got the hotel, we got the cars, you're going to be good. All we need y'all guys to do walk through. Brr. Okay, we're walking through. I need about 40,000 of that show money to be spent on security. Yeah, start having a budget for that. Yeah, and y'all need to situate me twice too. I don't care what state we in, young man. Your life is on the line, and that night, you need to be secure. Yes, you do. That's why I tell everybody it's important not only to move with security, but move with people that are securing you, that love you. It can happen to the best of us. And guess what? It's going to continue until we get an understanding that that same man that you're robbing and putting a gun on, he worked for his in a cultural way, where he used what he used to do in the streets. He used everything, how he used to carry it in his music. And guess what? People love it. They like how he mumble in it, the way he may talk or the way he may move. That individual was you. And it can turn, Robert. You can be an individual one day who make it. And guess what? You can get yours taken from you also. Y'all think, oh, it's the people, they're doing this. The world is going to get worse because everybody is running to God for nonsense and running to who they made their God, the cash, in order to get by. Without the dollar, they have no strength. That's why I always say, it's always an honorable thing to come through the trenches and get the bumps and the bruises so you'll know how to really move. Some of y'all was in the streets, but y'all never really got a chance because the big bag came. Y'all never got the understanding of the rules and laws of honor of the streets. You have to listen to what King Earner is giving you. I'm not giving you nothing that's going to put you in a bad position. Start taking some of that show money and investing into you to be secure. Y'all different than me, man. I have a bulletproof hat on. I'll make that hat fly. If you're really not trying to die, if y'all care that much. If you care about the little girl that's home crying, the mother and your parents and everybody whose life just changed drastically because you just got the bag and you want them to continue to smile, well, you got to move with honor. And moving with honor is making sure when you shooting them dice, and if your man ain't on point, y'all got about 2 or 3 that's standing ready to let go, because at the end of the day, them robbers are hungry. And when they get broke, they don't have a next show. It's about the next lick. And if you ever been in the streets, you understand what the next lick means. And sometimes no licks don't pop out all the time as quick as you want them. And guess what? You begin to haunt with a different mindset. You let it get dark on you. You let it get to the point where you're that broke, where you're going to kill about the coin if anybody play with you. And that's horribly bad. Horribly bad. You know why? When you go out the house every day, every human that wake up every day, and whatever you do every day, God, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, has already written for how much money you're going to have. No matter how much you chase it down, you're going to have it. Just remember this. It's all about what are you going to do with it and how are you going to secure you and your family. I think the best thing at this point, especially if you don't have your publishing, go get the best life insurance and explain to them people who have that life insurance who you are and what you're really worth. So when things go wrong, your family don't have to suffer. Things go wrong, everybody can say, damn, we were prepared for this. Because that's the only thing you can do in these times is prepare for death. You avoiding it, it's very, very slim. Don't forget that. I'm King Earner from the Honor Your Life campaign. I give you the rules and laws and honor of the streets. And I also give you the rules and laws of honor of stop recycling crime. Them kittens are going to keep getting them slaps on the wrist, coming right home, booking everybody, knowingly they can get that slap on the wrist. While solid men like me and you, guess what? We got to do day for day. And once we get that understanding that we can come home and change the mindset and not let people go ahead in a place where we suffered the most, then we're going to win. Other than that, we're going to lose because ain't nobody coming back from where it was at. See, a lot of people that died, people ain't come back to tell you, yo. But if you're spiritual, you know that it's always been something that said, if the person that died could have came back and told the people what they was experiencing with their torments and the grave and things of that nature, they would do anything possible to get back to tell you that. But guess what? Let me give you understanding. Don't nobody do the coming from the can and allowing you know. It's horrible because you can do it. And everybody look at that as a badge of honor when it actually destroys everything you have going on in life. For the time being, death is different. It's forever. So you got to correct what needs to be corrected before you're on your back, because there is no respect of persons. Every person will taste death. King Earner live and direct. Make sure y'all support King Earner. Like I said, I want to shout out Dev from the U.S. Navy SEALs. He said, listen, man, I honor everything you're doing, King Earner. I respect it. He sent me a super chat, and I honored it, man. Listen, Takeoff family, my love and honor go out to y'all, to the robber and the shooters, man. you know it's a recycling thing.